Some people will look at this and say, well, this kind of sounds like ESG was 10 years ago, right? They have financial goals, I have non-financial goals. I'm going to find a way as an investor to pursue both of them and make those available to whichever LPs are investing in this fund. Here's the question. Are we saying that you do not have to give up some returns to do this because of the structural things that you mentioned are happening?
Yeah, I would say we are totally returns focused, and I would say that investing in American dynamism to me is like, if we don't make sure that America has, and her allies has sort of global dominance, that I believe in sort of the West and the criticality of the West. If we don't have technological superiority, then it doesn't matter all the other categories that people invest in, because there will be no other categories to invest in. It's that's sort of like a high level answer to that. But more specifically, ESG was sort of a good idea, I think, in theory, and then in practice, it got very, very distracted, I think, by both people that broadened the term to include companies that really shouldn't have. People would focus on things like climate change instead of focusing on a transition to clean energy, right? So I would never say I'm a climate change investor, but I certainly, I've made a nuclear power investment, and I view that as helping us transition to much cleaner energy sources. We have a company that uses solar energy to create large-scale batteries, right? So those are all things that people would have previously called ESG. But of course, we don't think we have to sacrifice returns just to make these investments. In fact, we think the opposite is true. This is where we think that the alpha is, where higher margin outcomes will be created, where larger, these are industries that have not been radically transformed with advanced technology, in some cases for 100 years.